I'm cutting this quick tutorial because I figured out a way to remove broken stylus pieces from the Note 8. Now, this is relatively a new phone. I say this now because I have to give this back to a customer. They'll be on their way today to pick it up. So I'm recording it now so I can have this posted to YouTube later. Now, this is the Note 8.
Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
Sorry about that. Let me turn this off. Forgot that their stuff would go off. There we go. This is the Note 8 by Sprint on this one, as you can see. There was a stylus piece broken off inside the phone, and you couldn't reach it with normal human hands. Now, there are two ways to go about this. The first way is to heat up the back of the phone, take off the back plate, the glass plate, and go into the stylus corner. The problem with that is this is in an OtterBox right now, so I'm keeping it in there because I don't need to show you the back to tell you this portion. Samsung changed up their adhesive around the edge of the glass for the backing, making it incredibly difficult to remove in this phone as opposed to their earlier models, the 7 on down, which were a lot easier to remove the back glass on because it would just take a little heat, a lot of edging around, and also for those who are wondering if you're going to do it, I'll face it on the back so you can actually pretend it's the back. But over here in this corner is a ribbon cable for the thumbprint scanner. So if you're going to take off the back of this, avoid this area. Make sure you go, like, let's say the volume button all the way around and then open it like a book. That way you can avoid damaging this cable. Or if you got money like that, buy an extra piece and say screw it. But for this portion, that would be the harder way of taking out the broken stylus piece. I'm going to insert a photo right here of what the stylus looked like broken inside the phone right here. As you can see, there's a tiny hole here to let you know that it's a bit hollow on the inside, which allows you to wedge something in between it and therefore remove it from the device. Now, right now, I have this here skewer on the inside, and I'm going to give you a quick heads up on how you can do it yourself as well. Now, some people are like, I don't have access to skewers. These are bamboo skewers. You get them from a dollar store, supermarket, anywhere cheap. They come in like a box of 100. If you paint, you can also use those to hold pieces up and stuff like that. Just keep them. Or if you have them around the house, you would only need the one. Now, for those who are like, but I have a toothpick, well, I'm going to see if I can enhance this. Zoom and enhance cliche, yeah. Toothpicks are a bit thinner. They would only go up to like a certain amount. So I wouldn't suggest using these. Plus, they can fit all the way in the phone, but depending on how far the break is on your stylus, I would not suggest using toothpicks at all. This would seem like an easier thing, but you wouldn't be able to reach it and it would cause a lot of hassle. Bamboo skewers are pretty much yay long. This one, according to my chart, is about a foot long skewer. Now, there are two ways to go about that as well. You can use regular super glue. This is the affordable option, which is Gorilla Glue Super Gel. And I say that because the gel version is easier to control and it lasts a lot longer. This is about $3 at Home Depot, and or less than that if you go to other places, but it's $3 at Home Depot or Walmart. This is the affordable option. If you're like me and you also have 3D parts and props that you use cyanoacrylate. Yeah, cyanoacrylate by BSI by Smith Industries. This goes for $9. This is like a gap filling medium. This bonds within 5 to 15 seconds. Both of these options will be listed in the description below. But what you would do, and I'm gonna do this with the Gorilla Glue because you can do this with either or. You don't need much glue on this. Just shake it up a bit. You also always shake your glue for this at least. And I don't even care if I get any on my hand. Yeah. Come on. Do magic. There we go. I just need a little glue to come out. and you would just gently coat that, or just go like this. Oh, that's why it's a, ha, I need to clear out this tube. There's still plenty of glue in this one, but I never cleaned off the tip from the last time, so it crystallized on the top of it. As for cyanoacrylate, I used that earlier. So zoom and enhance cliche. There we go. Thank you, CinemaSins, for that. Now, for this, just get a little bit out. Come on, do math. There we go. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And you coat it around it. Just enough to coat the tip a bit. Just the tip, like if it's like up to here, about half that distance, just coat that a little bit. And as you can see with this one, you would line that up with the hole, push it in and twist. I say that way it gives you a better seal, and you let the glue sit for about 10-15 minutes. Make sure that this is pushed in deep so it's lined up with your stylus. Let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then once you know that you have this out here, I've already done it with this one, so here we go here. You'll be able to wedge it out. Let me zoom in right here and show you what I did for this one. The exact same steps were followed. I wedged it in there, and as you can see, it cracked the stylus, but the glue around it is holding on the inside, and that's what we want. Like, part of this is just plastic anyway, but it's not the glue itself. The glue is inside here around the tip in that very minimal space. And since I'm using the cyanoacrylate, the BSI glue, since I'm using that, it pretty much helped me wedge this in there. I let it stay in there 10-15 minutes. I slowly tested it out by making sure that I had the phone on when I did it, so I can see that it was dislodging and showing how the screen would look when you remove the stylus. And then I slowly just kept pulling and pulling and pulling until it removed from the phone, and you got this here javelin looking thing. So that's how you remove it. It's best to use this because it's gap filling, and you can use this around the house, but the work time is like 15-20 seconds. You would need to clamp it down a bit just to make sure that initial seal, this fully cures in about an hour or two. I would say 2 hours max for this. But if you don't have the budget for that, that's about like $9, I think. Go right here. Super glue gel. It's Gorilla Glue. This will work the exact same way. You'll have no problems. That's only if your stylus gets stuck. Now, can you use these on the other models? Yes. They all seem to be made of the exact same parameters with that little hole on the inside hollowing it out for whatever mechanisms they have. Now, all the stuff that I used, both types of adhesives and the bamboo skewers are in the description below. And because I guess you might want the Note 8, I'll put a link to the Note 8 in the description below. All these links are Amazon links Amazon affiliate links that do help this channel out. So, yes, you clicking on it helps me out. You buying these items helps me out more. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it doesn't. You doing this little thing helps me. Yes, it does. And thank you very much for this video. I know this is a cosplay video, but this also helps for cosplayers because cosplayers have phones. I don't know how to exit videos. There's no segue. I think I'll just cut this off. Maybe I should just return that phone now. There's probably a video like right there of some stuff on my channel. Also, I'm doing 3D printed stuff, so if you want to follow along, be sure to grab this. This will save you. I mean, if you want to be cheap about it and grab this, you can do that too. I haven't used this on 3D prints yet, so I can't compare the two yet. Coming soon.